We're going to take a look at a passing concept that we've had a lot of success with over the last few years, and the name of the passing concept is called spacing. And what we like about this particular concept is that it can be used very effectively to go ahead and beat zone coverage in this year's game. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And as you notice out here on the left, we're going to wind up having to split in. Now he's going to run a slant route. He goes up about 3 to 4 yards, and then what he winds up doing is he winds up breaking across. Now if you see a blitz or anything like that, say for instance this defender right here, this dime back right here winds up blitzing off the edge, then you might want to go ahead and pull the trigger and go ahead and make that throw to him in this area here if you don't see any other defender in that area. So just keep that in mind as you run this play. That would be a read that you might want to make. Now let's continue on with the next route, which is going to wind up being the tight end. Now in the gun bunch formation, the tight end in a lot of the plays that are in the playbooks, he winds up running basically what we like to call a shoot route, where he winds up going out towards the flat. Now anytime you run this route and your opponent was to blitz, again say this was a zone blitz here, this linebacker blitzes here, and then this defensive back blitzes here. If you see that and you don't see anybody out here playing the flat, so none of these defenders, and for instance maybe this defender right here, which is a safety, say he doesn't go out into the flat. Well, if he doesn't go out to the flat and you don't see anybody out there, then what you need to do as a quarterback, you need to go ahead and recognize this and go ahead and make that throw. Don't hesitate to make it, because a lot of times you're going to wind up making that catch there, and once that tight end makes a catch, you go ahead and take control of him and you can head up the field and pick up some positive yardage. And to me, there's nothing wrong with picking up 5, 6, maybe 7 yards a clip, and that's probably what you're going to wind up getting at least with this particular play if you wind up throwing to the tight end in the flat. So a lot of the plays that you'll find in the gun bunch formation, that's what you'll wind up wanting to look to throw to anytime, especially if your opponent wants to come out in some kind of zone defense and they like to blitz. All right, let's go on to the next route. And this one's going to wind up being the slot receiver. And basically what he runs, let's go ahead and highlight him. He more or less runs a slant hook, basically spots up over the short middle of the field. So what he's going to wind up doing is he's going to wind up coming in this area here, and he spots up. Now he may be open, he may not be open. He's probably, once he spots up, probably what's going to wind up happening. Let's give him a little bit of an example here. This linebacker right here will probably be right in this area here. You can make that throw, and you're probably going to want completing it. Just don't expect a whole lot. Now, as this guy comes across, as far as this split end comes across, at some point this linebacker is going to drop back just a little bit to cover him. And that's going to help open that up a little bit, but don't expect to pick up maybe more than 3 to 5 yards with this if you make that throw, providing that there's a defender playing over the short middle of the field. Now the next receiver, which is going to wind up being the flanker, now he's lined up right here, and he is the play's primary receiver. And basically we're just going to call his route kind of a slant hook to the outside. And so what he's going to wind up doing is he's going to wind up going up in this area here, and then he's going to wind up hooking back towards the quarterback. And this is the route that we're actually going to concentrate on in this video breakdown as far as making that throw to him. And we'll show you how we'd like to run it in just a second. And then the final receiver that we want to take a look at is this guy right here, which is the running back. And basically he just runs a delayed curl route, or excuse me, a delayed flat route out of the backfield, and he winds up going into this area here. And you can look for him as a check down receiver. No one else is open, then you want to throw the ball to him. Or you could leave him in the pass block. You may want to hot route him on a curl route or something else, maybe a slant to the outside. A lot of different things you can do with him. So he's kind of a flex receiver as far as what you can do with him, because he really doesn't have any impact as far as with this particular play or this passing concept that we're showing. All right, let's go ahead and continue on with this and take a look at the pass coverages here. And you can see that it's cover 3 coverage. It's out of the dollar normal. Basically, it's a 3-2-6 type defense. There winds up being, as you look at it, 5 defenders playing underneath coverage here. So we have these 5 guys playing underneath coverage. And then we wind up having 3 deep defenders. So we have the cornerback here, which is going to be the right cornerback, the free safety, and then the left cornerback. They're all playing 3 deep coverage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the play here and kind of give you an idea of what we're going to wind up doing. Basically, we're going to take control of this guy right here, which is going to be the flanker. We're going to put him in motion out here to the outside. So he's going to wind up going in motion, and then what we're going to wind up doing is we're going to wind up snapping that ball, and then he's going to wind up running his route into this area here, and he's going to sit in this area here. And then the tight end, he's going to run this flat route right into this area here. Basically, the idea of this is to go ahead and clear out that flat defender so we can make that throw to the flanker as he winds up hooking back towards the quarterback. So what we're going to do here is just go and take a look at the play, and I think you guys would kind of get an idea how this one's going to wind up working. So let's go ahead and run through it. And you can kind of see right there. Now, as you see that flat defender going out, let's go ahead and put it on pause. You'll see this guy going out to cover. As soon as you see him go in that direction, And then what you can wind up doing is going to continue